Okay, so the names are important, right? Names are your family. That's why they say family name, right? And so when you think of names like Kenny Mac, Charles Dub, and Nigger, you think of brothers. And so I'm going to tell you where all that comes from. Like Mac and Kenny, these were the people that they called the Scots. These were the original Scots. And they were what you call sovereigns. And when they took over the land, right, they they did it as a clan in. And their family name was Max, Dubs, Kenneth, Charles, and Dunn. So that's why you ever hear in New York City, they call people Duns. So if you in New Orleans, you say Wody. But if you in New York City, you say Dunn. Because Dunn means a brown king, right? Dunn means brown king or a great brown Viking. They used their foot soldiers were the Vikings. And so the reason that's important is because Mac, right? Mac, it means the son of. And Don, it means the head, right? Their relatives were the MacDonalds, the son of the Dons, the son of the head chief. And so when you think of like imperialism, you ever hear that word, imperialism, and you think of governing, authority, rulership, sovereignty, they always went by what you call a clan name, right? And so your name, if you ever see like coats of arms on military regalia, your name was associated with an arm. You know, like the arm on here, you see Remy logos. Your arm means that you took up defense. And so their names was important. And the reason their name was important because your name was your family, and you wore your name on your sleeve. You fought it with your heart. That's where the concept of to wear your heart on your sleeve comes from. You know, the way you fought was honorable. You wore a badge on your badge only goes on your arm. Your family name or your motto goes on your arm. And so they took up arms, right? And they was called the Scots, and they took over the land, so they called the land Scotland. And so that's why you have names or phonetics and idioms and sayings like Scot free, right? Because the Scots, right? Malcolm Duff, Kenny Mac. Yeah, they had a lot of Mac. They was doing a lot of Macking, a lot of mistresses. And so you don't really get to see them because that was what the Renaissance was about, right? The Renaissance was, it's two sides to the Renaissance. It's what they teach you in school, and the real one, it was when all the other whites who wanted to take over the land, when they repainted and the art flourished, what they did was they took their pictures down and they put their images up, like how Jesus is done. Well, if you look up King Kenneth, he ain't gonna look like that. You look up King Malcolm, you ain't gonna see him. And so Queen Elizabeth, they got a royal house, and this is in England or Britain, I believe. They got 89 photos of the Dubs, the Macs, and the Moors, like the Canmores. Because it means to be knowledgeable or to be wise. So the wise Moors is called the Canmore. Just name them Canmores. And so this is the people before King James, who he said that he was related to. And so the art was deceptive. That's why they associate art with deception, right? If you want to know when you buy an art, you want it to be authentic. You don't want it to be fugazi. So art, the industry of art and money and wealth is associated with deception. That's where you get the concept of the art of deception. One of the first arts of deception was chopping off noses and in Scotland changing the images, right? And so Mac, just look it up if you don't believe it. Like I said, Mac means dub. Son means Mac means the son of, and Don means the head. So Mac and Don is where you get MacDonald. The Scots, the original Scots, which later came down to Edwards, James, Henry, Stuarts. And what they did was they started the Knights Templars and Blue Bloods. And you see this orb, this concept of the world in your hands. That's because that's what they used to do. The rod and the earth. The rod is for order and rulership. We're taking over the earth. And we got the cross. Over the globe. That symbol, you see it, they still wear it today. Elizabeth and Harry and Prince Charles, they still have what they call the imperial orb, right? Or the imperial globe. It's the church over the world, right? So they started the church taking over the world. That's what they call imperialism. So anytime you see the word like an imperial, just add the letter E to imperial. You'll see it just means empire. Yeah, they started taking over the empire, and they brought the church around the world. And so they have the globe in their hands. So what do you think they telling you?